Hello everyone and welcome to a new crypto market watch. It's finally happening. The thing we have been talking about for the last week. We're breaking out of this symmetrical triangle. We already said in the last week it's either gonna break to the upside or break to the downside. And what is important is we have to close below these lines. Well, we haven't closed yet, but if we do look at the daily, we can say with a lot of certainty that this will actually close below this this triangle. So what's coming up actually? Well, what we've talked about, the targets, I'll get at later. First, for the short term, what's coming up? Well, we have some resistance at the 30k mark, and it's something we do have to talk about, since I do think we are gonna spend some time around this. What I do expect for the short term is that probably today, even still, we're gonna touch this 30k mark and we're gonna bounce back. And it could be that tomorrow or the day after we stay above these lines, or even get a pushback to 34k. And don't be fooled by this pushback, since we have already confirmed the downtrend here. And if we do push back to 34k, this will only be a shake-off for the last people, and then all the wheels will dump Bitcoin to a lower level. So this is the outside for the next following days. Probably either be around this 30k mark, maybe a bit to the upside, but ideally we do want to go down. And maybe the volume is even good enough that we just slice through this support level here. And if we do slice through this support level, then where is our target? Well, we already see it here at the line. We've been talking about it for quite some time now, but it is at the 20-week moving average. 3 days ago, this candle was still in the green. We were saying, well, I do think still that we're going down, but the weekly candle is saying otherwise. Right now we see a clear red weekly candle, and now we're closer to the weekly close, so also this looks pretty bearish. Normal corrections during a bull trend take 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks. I do think this will take a bit longer than 2 weeks though. Let's say this correction takes around 4 weeks, that's 2 more candles, that will be around here. Then our moving average, let's see how much it has moved up last week. Now it's at 19.3k. It used to be at 18.1k. It moved up 1.2k. Let's say it does it over the next 2 weeks again. We have to add on $2,400 to this 19.4 mark, which would actually get us around and even below 22k. And I wouldn't be too conservative in buying here, since we're still pretty expensive now, but I would say do dollar cost average around this mark. You don't want to miss out where it just barely dips, doesn't really touch this moving average, and then moves back up. I would say this here is our buying zone. Let me just go once again over, it's just a repetition of what we have already spoken about in the last videos, but let me just repeat why I think we do go to this 20-week moving average, and it all has to do with history. If we go back to this 2017 bull run, where a lot of people made a lot of money, we see similar pullbacks as we had before. Right here we have a pullback 40%. Here we have a pullback, let me get the top till the bottom, 33%. Right here we had a pullback, this is even bigger I think, from the top to the bottom, also 40%. So 40-ish% is not crazy for Bitcoin, and sometimes it's even a bit more. But what we do see in the past is that all these longer term corrections, which took a couple of weeks, all ended up finding support at the 20-week moving average. And don't be fooled that it should exactly touch it, since sometimes it hovers slightly over it and sometimes it goes below. So don't be fooled here. Buy around this 20-week moving average mark. And just to illustrate, here it found support, here it found support, here it found support, here it found support, Here it found support. This was actually one of the biggest dips, if I can recall right. Also 40%, I think I just measured this. Whatever. And this was just a 1 week dip, and then we continued further. So if you really see this as a long-term correction, I don't know. This is the only one that breaks the rule of going back to the 20-week moving average. However, if history is any indication, we will move back to this level, and you should be ready to have enough money to buy Bitcoin here. You can either hold on to the positions you have now, but make sure you have some money set apart to buy some cheap as Bitcoin here. Alright, so what about alts? Because people are saying, well, Ethereum still looks healthy, and I agree that the Ethereum BTC chart looks kind of healthy. This is the weekly. Let me go to a little bit shorter of a time frame. It does look very healthy, like it wants to break out. It didn't really get to these resistance levels yet. But if we do break these resistance levels, which is possible, it's only, how much is it? 15%? 10% even. If we go 10% up, we are at the next resistance level, and if we break that, our next resistance would be at 0.054 Bitcoin, which is the major move up. This does look healthy. However, what we know from history is if Bitcoin goes really wild, if it drops a lot or moves up a lot, it's usually bad for altcoins, and Ethereum is no exception. So what I would say is just keep the Bitcoin chart in your sight, see what Bitcoin is doing, and if Bitcoin is stabilizing, then Ethereum might be a good buy. And that holds for all the other alts as well. Alright, I think this is everything I wanted to discuss today. Maybe I'll be dropping a live stream tonight. If you want that, please put it in the comments, then I'll go live tonight for some people. The live streams have been pretty amazing lately. We had some nice conversations, some new subscribers to the channel. I know I'm still really small, but everything is really appreciated. If you like this video, please drop a like. And I have a Bybit link in the description. If you want to learn how to trade, you can sign up there, deposit a little bit of money, and they give you nice bonuses to get you started. And you also support this channel with it. Alright, that's everything for today, and see you either tonight or tomorrow in a new video.